Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hated that. Today's video, if you read the title or the thumbnail, is going to be telling you guys what I'm doing since I've graduated high school. So where I'm going to school, if I'm going to school, what I'm going for, etc. So if you did watch my making grad gifts video, you will be aware that I graduated high school, so I will link that up in the cards if you want to check it out. It's a really fun, kind of lighthearted video, and my kittens are in it a lot, so it's really fun to watch. If you follow my Instagram, you would have seen it there first. And so yes, I graduated high school. Yay for me, exciting news. In light of that, I now have to decide what I want to do with my future, because I can't just do nothing. I mean, I could, but not ideal. So I'm going to share with you guys today a little bit about what I'm doing. So a little bit about what I'm doing. Wow. English. I am going to university as of the moment. And what I mean by that is currently, unfortunately, I'm in a kind of like a bad spot to be having to decide what I want to do because of COVID. Everything I thought I wanted to do really got changed around. So the university I am going to is the one in my hometown. The problem is that they've decided to go fully virtual, at least I think for my first year or until the winter 2020 semester. So my first 2 semesters would for sure be online. I don't know how I would handle online. I've never done university learning style. I've never dealt with university professors. I've never done university assignments, exams, any of that, or really had to take in that kind of knowledge. I'm sorry if I'm sniffling. My allergies were really bad this morning and my whole nose is clogged up. And yeah, anyway, I've never had to learn it like that. So I have to learn to adapt and be taught that way and understand information that way and whatever. But I don't know if I can do that online. I think it might be a little bit more difficult online. I am a big, I like to converse with people. I like to have discussion. It helps me understand better. It helps me educate myself. And it helps me be interested in what I'm learning. With the virtual, I don't know anybody going into my program. I don't know anybody who's I just won't know anybody in my program or in my classes because I won't really have a way to meet them. So I won't have much opportunity to have people to talk to. And so for that worries me a little bit because I am someone who's very big on, study groups and discussion and whatnot. So that poses the first problem and probably one of the biggest reasons that I am concerned about doing virtual. The other big reason for me is that with doing grade 12 online, I was not very adamant in getting my schoolwork done. I slacked off a lot. I did one of my virtual classes the whole semester. I just really wasn't on top of things. Obviously that's something that personally I should work on, but I don't know necessarily how well I would be able to improve that next year, and therefore it concerns me to have to pay thousands of dollars for schooling and then potentially not do it and get it done. So I am, as of right now, have decided to do my university online, but I'm still kind of flip-flopping between it, and I can defer my acceptance until next year. Eventually if I decide. So like I said, I am still figuring that out, but as of right now what we're going to do is go forth with the idea that I am going to university because at the moment that is the plan. So the next thing I want to address is what I'm going to be taking and a little bit of why I want to take that. So if I do end up going, what I will be taking is psychology and criminology, so it will be a double major. So basically, I've always been really interested in psychology. I wanted to be a therapist for a really long time. I love talking to people and giving them advice and helping them work through their problems. And I enjoy it. I enjoy helping my friends through their problems, or if they have issues in their relationships or whatnot. I enjoy helping them, giving them advice, and talking with them through it. So for a while, I was like, I want to be a therapist, but I also really enjoy people you see on Criminal Minds. I really enjoy that aspect. I find that incredibly interesting. So how I explain it is if I wanted to be a psychologist or a therapist, it's because I want to help people. I'm good at that. and I enjoy that. However, the other side of it, which I'm talking about now, is what I'm really interested in. It's something that I would enjoy learning about and educating myself on. And crime, I've always been interested in like crime and mystery, and like I said, people like psychological thrillers have always been like movies I enjoy because I find it really interesting. It's like real things that can happen essentially. Like Split is the most interesting movies I've ever watched because it's something like it's a real condition that people have, and I think that's really, or disorder that people have, and I think that's really interesting. So that being said, that was something that I potentially wanted to go into, so that's where the criminology aspect comes in and the psychology aspect. After I go through this program, I could be a therapist if I wanted to, but I could also pursue, either more education or go into something that I could have that criminal psychological kind of side to. And what I find most interesting is I like to look at like behaviors and how things in like how events or like circumstances shape people's actions and such. Like it's all very interesting to me, so I'm trying to figure out a good job choice. So because I am going to the university in my hometown, I will be living at home. There's potential for me to move out, but it's kind of unnecessary. I wouldn't rent. It would be a waste of money to really like rent because I don't need to. Living at home just makes more sense. It saves me money. It's close to where I need to go to school. There's not really like a downfall to it. That is like what my living situation will be. So first I have Foundations of Social Life. This is, I think, a mandatory class. Then I have Intro to Psych and Behavioral Science. So sort of self-explanatory. Contemporary Moral Issues. This is the class I'm really excited about. It was one of my electives. It's a philosophy class, basically kind of discussion on moral issues. Then I have Effective Writing 1, which is a mandatory class. And then I have Intro Crime Scene Investigating, which was also one of my electives. I had to take either a science or a language, and that was included as a science, and I figured that will be more beneficial to me. I originally wanted to go into criminal profiling and kind of profiling based on the crimes like they do on Criminal Minds essentially, which I think always sounds dumb, like telling people like, oh, I want to do what they do on Criminal Minds, because I know it's just a show and a lot of it's very fake, but I like the idea of like looking at people's crimes and the way they're committed and trying and kind of being able to say like this is most likely a girl or this is most likely a boy because of whatever, or just being like this kind of could be like a surrogate for someone and helping narrow down the suspect pool. I think is really, really interesting and something I would potentially want to do. So that is sort of like the route I'm going, is somewhere along those lines. My program is 4 years, so I am going to figure out for sure what I want to do after my program's done. But I want to be helping other people, I want to be making people's lives better, and I also want to be learning and growing as a person every day. I want to be challenged, and I want to be interested in what I'm doing. I don't ever want to wake up in the morning and kind of dread going to work because I just hate my job. I want to really be excited to go. I want to be interested in my work, and I want to come home feeling like I've been successful, I've learned something, or I've done something successful. I've really I don't want to waste the time I have on this earth, and yeah, so I think that's really what my main goal is. That is all for today's video. You guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you all next week. Peace out.